Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to Creating Cards with Debbie. My name is Debbie Foster, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm located in Bismarck, Arkansas, and I'm doing a pre recorded live, not live, because I'm not able to do this tomorrow on the June 19th, 2024, on my normal Wednesday day. So I want to apologize for not being here live, but be sure that you do leave comments. I can still go back and read the comments and get back with you. So, like I said, I'm creating cards with Debbie, and you can shop in my store at www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net, and that's scrolling across the bottom of my screen. If your order is under $150, use the June 2024 host code, which is C2NNGRCF. And like I said, use that code if your order is under $150. If it's over that, I want you to get the rewards. So just a little FYI. Let me find somewhere to put my paperwork at. Okay, and as always, you can get your starter kit for $99, and that includes free shipping. You'll pick out $125 worth of product, but you only pay $99. And if you have any sales tax, that would be added onto that too. But and you'll get a free paper pumpkin kit with that, and all your business supplies. But you don't need to do it as a business like I do. You could do it just to get your discount each month or each time you order. Each time you order after your initial kit, you'll get a 20% discount on your products. So that's something that you might want to think about. Okay, and paper pumpkin for July is called Painted Petals, and you can sign up for this paper pumpkin until July 10th. And it says that you can craft beautiful cards with unique watercolor designs and pretty layers. It makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. Project includes printed cards and coordinating envelopes, pre-cut paper pieces and embellishments, and the Stampin' Up! Classic spot in it is going to be gray granite. I was thinking it was something else. I thought somebody said it was shy shamrock. Huh. But anyway, coordinating colors are Calypso Coral, Gray Granite, and Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive. And it says that the kit comes in a beautiful coordinating box, which that is very pretty. So we've kind of got a sneak peek at our next 3 months, which would be July, August, and September. And along with that, you can add on the dies that would go coordinate with all 3 months. It has a little flower cut out here, a hooray word, and then a leaf with a delicate cutout. And I think those are like $12, but you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. So you could subscribe to the July Paper Pumpkin and add these dies on with that order. So just a little bit of information. Here, this shows the dies a little bit bigger where you can kind of see them. And now my lighting is kind of not that good. So the flowers for July kit, the hooray word is for the August kit, and the leaf is for September. And we've also got some other things going on. During the month of June until June 30th, on our bundles, that would be the stamp and the dies, where you usually get a 10% off already. They're marked down 10%. Stampin' Up! Is adding on another 10% onto that. So you, instead of only just a 10% off of a bundle, you'd be saving 20% off. So you want to check that out. That runs until June 30th. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Let me put my email address up here. I think I should have it up here. Here's the paper pumpkin. To sign up for the paper pumpkin, I'll let that scroll a little bit, and then I'll bring back my email address after that, after a bit. So anyway, on top of just getting the stamp and the die bundles, they've also got their cut and emboss machines marked down 10% too. That'd be on the big Stampin' Emboss machine. And also on the two little ones, we have it in white or the boho blue. So that's another savings there. And you could add this onto your kit if you wanted to put that into your starter kit too. So I think that covers it. All the news I have to go through. So let's set that all aside. Today we're going to be working with the Charming Duck Pond. And this is one of the bundles that you could get it with a 20% discount, or 20% off, because it's already 10% off when you buy it as a bundle, but you'll add another 10% off that, so it'd be 20% off. So the Charming Duck Pond stamp set and the dies, that's what we're using today. And you can find that on pages 44 and 45. We're going to be using pretty much the whole suite. The suite consists of the bundle, the gems, and the designer series paper. But the paper is really cute. I'm falling in love with that. I had to order an extra pack of it because I've already gone through about a half a pack of mine. So, okay, let's set that aside. And let's bring out our first card here that we're going to be doing. And get my bits and pieces all out here. Dump it all out on my table. Okay, so here's the card. I fixed my bow there a little bit. It was kind of mangled. This says, "Hello, friend." Look at these. Aren't they so cute? That's the designer series paper. And on the inside, I've got "You Make Me Happy." So let's go ahead and get started with that. And get my instructions out here. And starting out with the Pretty Peacock cardstock. This is going to be our card base. It's 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. And then I've scored it in the center at 5 1/2 inches. And I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to burnish that edge really good. Give it a good fold. And I'm going to put that aside for a moment. Let me go through my pieces here. We've got our Balmy Blue. Is 4 3/16 inches by 5 7/16. I know that's an odd sizing measurement. And then I've got our designer series paper. And this is on the other side. It's always hard to decide which side to use because they're always so pretty on both sides. So we're going to use the dotted side. So this is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And that's going to go on to our boho blue. And I've got JoJo being a little barker down there. And I thought I dropped something, but I don't think I did. And then another sheet of that designer series paper. Let me show you this paper. I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up the bus here. So here's the Lily Pond Lane designer series paper. And there's got 2 sheets here because it was too many to go onto one. I think it's 48 sheets that you get. So we've got the little ducks here with this. And on this one, we're using, let me see here. We are using, just looking at the back side to see what we're doing here. Okay, this is our featured paper that's going to be showing on the front of the card, but this is the back side of it. And on the other one, we're using the dotted one. It's right. This is the background that we're using. All right. So I'm going to have to bring our baby boss over here, and I think she'll fit through there. So I'm hoping I don't have to get off camera and use my big machine. I'm thinking it might fit through the small one. But let me get my die out here and see first. And the dies are really cute. They've got this little outline that cuts out the circle out of our front of our paper. So I'm going to, will that fit through there? I think I'm going to have to go over to my big machine. So I'm just going to get up and do that instead of bringing the machine over here. But let me get this laid out the way I want it to be, and then I'll step aside here a moment. So I'm going to put it fairly close to the bottom. And I'm going to use a little washi tape to hold that in place so it doesn't move on me. And I should be right back. My machine plates all set up here. I have off of there for a while. I was doing something else. And if that's not jiggling the table too much, I'll try to keep it from moving the table. Okay, so here's what we have, and I'm going to take our die off of there. And take that off without ripping my paper. So you can use this little scrap for something else later. Don't throw that away. Hang on to it. All right, so here's our die. Put that back in there. So here's what we've got so far. And this is going to go onto our mat, but I'm going to place my paper down and kind of, I want to put my duck swimming here. I'm going to try to get the most out of it. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it right there, but I'm going to use a pencil, which I've moved. I gotta find that again. And I'm just going to mark a little tick mark where I want to cut. And the top doesn't really matter because it's not going to be that much showing. So I think I'm going to put it down just a bit. Knock it right there. So we're going to save this top portion. Okay, now we need to bring the trimmer over here. Oh, and I can take off my let's go back to that one again. Whoops, I clicked the wrong one. This one. All right. And I didn't put my descriptions in this recording, so I just thought of that. It's too late now. All righty. We're going to cut this off right there. And I'm going to stop before I get to that top area. And snip this off. And I'm going to come back in here. I think that cut all the way through, did it? Oh, no. I got a little area up here. I'm just going to snip that off. It won't show under my paper anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's straight. And we're done with the paper trimmer. Put that back. And now I can put this onto our boho blue. And I'm going to just kind of place it down to see if it's where I want it to be. And do some rearranging if I need to. Okay. And I think I'm going to just use a little piece of Scotch tape to hold that down. Not going to show anyway. And I'll glue this on top of that. And I use my Combo glue as my adhesive of choice. If you've ever watched me, you know that. That's what I always grab for. And I'm going to go around this little edge here a little bit. And I'm not gluing down any of the leaves there. Kind of let them blow in the wind. And I think JoJo's wanting her ball. That's what she's barking about. She's our little ball player. All right. And I guess that's not sticking down there because I'm missing my layer of glue. My DSP inside layers hiding it. Let me Try that again. That's stuck. There. Okay, so now we're going to grab our ribbon, and I'm using the very vanilla, or no, basic beige bordered ribbon. So I've got a strip that's probably 6 inches wide, and that's going to go across our top portion here. And I'm going to bring my Stampin' Seal over here, and I'm going to run a little strip on each side to hold our ribbon on the back side here. And I want that right about there, I think. Try to get that straight. Okay. And I could snip off that excess. I don't need all that showing back there. And then it goes on top of our card base. Oops, I grabbed my bow there. I've already done the bow ahead of time. I think I've fallen in love with this set, the ducks. At first I didn't think I wanted it, but then I started seeing all the pretty things that were done with it, and then I got hooked. I had to get it. I think I might have cut this a little bit too big. It's not leaving much of a border, but that's okay. Okay, so here we are so far. I'm going to wait with my bow and everything. I'm going to start decorating our lily pods and all that here. And I've already cut those out, I believe. Yeah, I've got them here. I already die cut them. And we just get them out of our little container here that I put them in so I wouldn't lose them. And take them all out. So these are cut out with the dies. I've used the, well, then I take the pick tool over here, cut out our little flowers that go on our lily pods. There's 2. I need 3 of those. Here's the 3rd one. So here's the little die that goes with that. It cuts 2 at a time, so it saves you running it through the machine so often. And I've die cut our little stems out of the paper. I used some of the Designer Series paper that was the yellow back. We're just going to be cutting off the ears of that and glue onto our other ones. And then I've got some lily pads that I die cut out of some pretty peacocks. So we're going to go ahead and attach that down. And that goes on this, oops, wrong way, this way. And one extra one over here, which goes on this other one here. And I'm just putting a dot of glue on the back side. Well, maybe I am. I don't want it to ooze out of there that fast. So let me share a little love here. I'll put some on this one. And I'll put that down on top of that cutout. And this little one goes right here. Little flower. I need to find my paper. I'm running out of putty on my thing here, and I need to order a new one, but I haven't got around to it yet. Okay. These tiny pieces, it's hard to pick up. we're going to put a little flower on this one. Maybe if I just put a dot of the glue onto my lily pads, I can do this easier. Yes, that's a lot better. And grab us another flower. We'll go right there. Oops. Stay there, little guy. And another one here. And then we've got some more flowers that will go over here. Looks like I've got one extra flower I cut. So these, I'm going to snip those off of the branches, and we're just going to use the tip of them. It's going to go on top of the other one. So instead of being the green, it's going to be the yellow to match the other flowers. And place that down on there. And I think I'm short one. Oh, it's inside my package yet. Since I'm missing one. We got it. Got it covered. All right. Put our glue over on these. We're getting ready to go camping, so I wanted to do a pre-recording because I want to do my shopping tomorrow and get things done. I hope everybody doesn't mind that it's pre-recorded. I'm not live. Ooh, my battery's running low. I got to get my battery. Good thing I seen that. It would have been lost here. And this one will go on to this one. Okay, so there we've got all our flowers on there. And I guess I had already die cut some extra flowers, so we're going to save those for next time for another one. Oh, no, that was right. I do need that. I'm back here. And this cuts out 2 flowers too, so it saves a little cutting time. Let me put this in here so I don't lose it. So this one goes up on top, so we're going to put that right there for now. And I've got a little piece of our basic beige, our new color, and we're going to stamp our sentiment on there, which says, "Hello, friend." And I'm going to use, oh, I didn't get my stamp pads, our Pretty Peacock ink. Where is it? Should be right here. There it is. It is "Hello, friend." And we're going to put that right there. And I don't think I'm prepared. I don't think I have my dies out here for this. Do I? No, I don't. Give me a moment. I'm using the Stylish Shapes dies. And be a little bit bigger than that one. That's too big. There it is, it's way at the bottom. Wouldn't you know it? I think that's the right one. And these are the Stylish Shapes dies. And I probably could have had a bigger piece of paper. That's not going to cut out very well. Let me grab a bigger sheet of paper. I don't want that cut off like that. Okay, this is real live stamping here. Okay. Try this again. It's a bigger sheet. Let's save that one for something else later. Hello, friend. Close up our ink pad. And I'm going to kind of leave more space at the bottom than I do at the top because we're going to put a flower there. And I probably need to cut this down so I can run it through my small machine. So let's bring our baby boss over here. And place our plates the right way. Run it through. I'm shaking a little bit here. I apologize. Okay, so here's our die. Put that in my plate so I don't lose it. There we go. This is going to go at the top here. And I can save it for the next one. I'm going to put these up on dimensionals. I'm going to grab these, put one at the top and one at the bottom. We're going to go over the ribbon. I don't want it tippy topping. Is that a word? I think so. Teetering is what I meant to say. All right, and then I've already tied a bow using that basic beige ribbon. And we're going to use a mini glue dot to attach that with. Put that back up there and put my banner back up there. All right, we're going to attach that to the back of our bow. And we're going to place that in the center off to the right side. Get that straight. And I'm going to trim off those tails a little bit. And now this flower is going to go to the bottom of our sentiment there. So I'm going to, add a little glue to the back. And this one's going to sit upside down. So it's going in the opposite direction of the other ones. And the gems that we're using are not here. All right, what I do with them? It must be in my box. Oh, let me see here. And I'm over here somewhere. I just had did I put them somewhere else? Oh, they're not there. Well, where did I put them? I think I'm going to stick them in something else. Well, we're going to change it up then. We're going to use these here. And these are called adhesive backed dappled dots. And these are in that same suite. I guess I'm probably using the right ones after all. Okay, so we got 3 different colors here. And I'm going to use the peach pie. This one there. I can have enough putty on here to use this. And another one on that flower, and another on this top flower. Yes, very cute. Put those aside. I can forget that they're there again when I need them. Okay, so here's our card front. Hello, friend. And now let's decorate the inside. And I didn't cut a center out. Let me use this flat paper, and we're going to use this for our inside of our card. And we need 4 inches, 5 1/4 inches. And we'll save this little strip for later. And I've got some of that designer series paper, again, that matches the front side of the card. And this is 3/4 inch by 4 inches. That's going to go across the bottom. But first I'm going to just dry fit and lay it there because we're going to do some stamping first on our inside. And let me get those all out here. I want this and this and this. And I've got the pretty peacock. I need the peach pie. See, I'm not prepared. I thought I was. But no biggie. Okay, we got peach pie. And a pretty peacock. And we're going to make some of these cattails on the inside of our card. So I'm going to do the stems in the pretty peacock. And are you still on camera? Yeah. I'm going to kind of measure where I want this at and then pull my paper away. So there's our stems. Leave that out for a moment. And we'll grab our peach pie and we'll make our cattails. Let me see here. Try not to get my head in the camera, but yet getting it where I need it to be. Okay, so there's our cattails, our peach pie, and this is going to go across here. And then I want my sentiment, which says, "You make me happy." Just this stamp. I'm going to use the pretty peacock to stamp that with. And that towards the top, off to our left side a little bit. And now I can come back in here. Let me close up this ink pad so we don't have an accident. Bring our glue adhesive back over here. And my bottle's getting low. I probably should have grabbed a new bottle. All right. I'm going to leave just a little space at the bottom. You'll probably hear my dishwasher running in the background. I probably shouldn't have started it yet. And I'm going to put this on the inside of our card. So, like so. Okay, get our trash out of the way here. Okay, so here's our first card. Hello, friend. You make me happy. So that's our first card of the evening, of the day. I'm recording this at nighttime. That's why I said evening. Otherwise, it's usually morning. All right. And let me clean this up a little bit and we'll get to our next one. I'm going to bring my Simply Chamois over here, and I'm going to go ahead and clean these before I set them down because I'm going to be using them again, most of them. And you can find this Simply Chamois in my store. All you do is wet it with just plain old water, and I keep mine in a stamp case, which you can buy in my store also. I think they come in a pack of 4. And you don't use any chemicals or anything, so it's easy to clean up your stamps afterwards. You just, when it gets dirty, then you just take it to the sink and rinse it out with water, warm water. And mine looks like it's dirty, but it's not. It's just that it's stained. I've been using it for quite a while. It's still good. Okay, so let's set these all back over here. Go on to our next card. And I found the gems I was going to use. They're right here. They're just turned over and hiding. Oh, that's okay. I've got a little bow in here. I don't want to lose. Okay, so here's our second card. It says, "Hello, friend." And it's got a little frog by the cattails here. And you open it up, and it says, "Have a lovely day." And it's got some more cattails on the inside. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Put that over there, out of my way, but I can still see it. All right. So this has got a kind of a different look to it. It's got, well, I'll show you when I get to it, I guess. But anyway, we're going to start out with the Granny Apple Green cardstock. It's 8.5 by 5.5 inches, and then it's scored in the middle at 4 1/4 inches. And we're going to bring our bone folder back over here and burnish that edge. We'll set that aside. And then we've got some more of that same cardstock, and this one is using the other side here. It's using this one, and this is the back side of it. So we're using that. And that's our scrap paper. I'm going to go ahead and attach this to our card base using my adhesive, which is getting low, and I should have got a new bottle out. I don't think there's any direction that's right way on this, so I'm going to maybe go this way. All right, I'm going to glue that to our front of our card. I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to bring over some more of that Granny Apple Green, and this one is 3 1/4 inches by 3 1/8 inches. And then I've got a designer series paper that has the frog on the lily pad, and that is 3 inches by 3 inches. And I'm going to cut those into 1-inch strips. So let's bring that paper trimmer back up here, and we're going to do that. I'll just cut them at 1 inch and 1 inch. And then we're going to match them up onto our Granny Apple Green mat. Move this out of the way. All right, and I'm going to kind of do a dry fit here. And we should have just a tiny border in between each layer. So I'm going to scooch it a little bit more over to that side. All right, now we're going to start gluing these down. And just a small border on that left side. And same with the right side. And then we'll do the middle last. Put that over there for a moment. And this over here. One thing about the liquid glue, it gives you time to move it if you need to. If you got to reposition. And now our middle one goes in there. And tiny bit showing through on the sides of our 1-inch strips. All right, so there's our layer. I'm going to put these up on dimensionals. Where did my dimensionals go? Things seem to disappear. I don't know how that happens. Let me grab another one over here. And I'm going to put 5 on here. I'm going to put one in each corner and then one in the middle. I don't want it sinking in the middle. I like to be held up good. And this is going to go on the front of our card. I'm making sure it opens the right way. Oh no, look what I did. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't even look at my picture. I got positioned wrong. I'll get these off without wrecking it too bad. This is what you don't do when you're crafting. Goodness gracious. Come off of there. Be nice to me. I was more concerned about laying them down there, leaving a space in between them. I wasn't paying attention how it was looking. Okay, so this goes this way. Yeah, this one goes in the center. And you put some more glue on there. Goodness. See, I kind of mutilated it a little bit, but I think it'll work out. I don't want to cut another one if I don't have to. You may be able to get by with it. Yeah, that looks much better. I don't know why I didn't look at the picture. I was more concerned about the border lining up. And stick that down there where it belongs. And put that on there. Did I got that right? Yeah. Oh well, this happens. We can't sweat the small stuff. All right, that's much better. Phew. We fixed that. All right, there. All right, now we're going to take off those backings off of our dimensionals. I can't do one video without having one mess up at least. So maybe this is all I'll mess up with during this video. Hopefully. We'll just roll with the tide here. All right, now we're going to place that at our upper center part of our card front. Tap them down a little bit. And I'm going to set that aside for a little bit. Of course, we've got some stamping to do. And I've already stamped our sentiment, hello friend, on there. So I'm going to just use that same piece instead of getting another one. And I'm going to trim that down to size a little bit. And then I just grabbed my Pretty Peacock ink pad and I did a swipe through my ink pad on the edges of that just to give it a little bit of color. around the edge of our sentiment. Okay, just a little bit right there. All right, I'm going to bring my silicone mat over here, which I thought I had. Yeah. I'll lay this on it for a moment to let it dry. It might be still wetting yet. Oops. And I just dropped it into my trash can. No, no, no. Okay. I did some smudging a little bit. But I think our bowl will cover that anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right, and then we need to stamp a frog, and I don't need that yet. Our frog and our cattails. So let's do the cattails first. I could probably fit the frog on there in the same one, so let me put that aside. I used white paper on this, so maybe I need to switch out to white. Yeah, let me do the white paper. All right, cattail and little frog. And then I need the tops of the cattails. Peach pie ink. And again, we're going to match those up. And the little frog, we're going to use our pretty peacock, but I'm going to stamp it off. So let me grab some scraps here to stamp off. And I gotta pull this down so I can see where his eyes are. There. All right, and then we're going to use our blending brushes. And I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. Fill in the lily pad. And his belly. Okay. Got that on. Close that out. And back our sentiment there. And I'm going to bring over our baby boss again. I'm going to die cut these out. So we have, and we need the frog. And we have, I mean to say, the cattails. Words are hard tonight. I'm going to cut this down to size so we can fit that through our machine. Turn it down a bit. About this. Move this over here so we get into the camera better. Hoping I cut this right so I don't mess it up. some washi tape to hold that down in place. Bring my frog die. And I'll hold him down with some washi tape. And run that through our machine. This is one of the machines you can get 10% off right now until the end of June. And you can find that in my online store. Just go into the online exclusives in my store and you should be able to find it in there. If not, just holler at me and I'll help you find it. Jojo, be nice. Alright. So here we have our cattails. And our little frog is going to sit on top of that. And we're going to put some dimensionals at the bottom portion of this, but not at the top part. So I'm going to take one dimensional and put it at the bottom. And we'll just use glue at the top. I'm going to place that right about there. And we'll bring our frog over here, and we're just going to glue him directly onto our cattail at the bottom. Okay, and then we need some dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. So I'm just going to put one on each side. And that's going to go down here. I'm kind of lining it up with the edge of that mat. I think that's straight. And I'll find my bow again. I've already made our bow using our linen thread. And I made a double bow. I'm going to take our small mini glue dots to attach that with. And these are the mini glue dots that come in our paper pumpkin kits. And I save them for my projects because they're a little bit smaller than our other. These are the mini glue dots. You got like your linen thread and things, real skinny ribbon. It works better. It doesn't have such stickiness underneath them. All right, and now we're going to grab our gems. And these are the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock oil gems. They've got little speckles kind of in the centers of them. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. Yeah, it does a little bit. I thought that would work good for this. And what did I do with your pick tool, the gummy side? I gotta order me a new one. And we're going to use the Pretty Peacock. I'm going to go with the bigger size. And we're going to put one right above our cattails. Another one maybe over here. And then a third one is going to go up here, I think, by our frog's face. Okay, so here's the outside of our card. Now let's work on the inside. And layer on the inside. I've got, this is our, I need white on this inside. I'm going to use white. And I don't have an extra one here. Grab one. I cut my inside layers ahead of time, so I have a few on hand. I don't have to cut as I go. They're already done. I'm just trying to see which is the front, which is the back. So the inside is going to have those same cattails at the bottom. And my cards back over here, my Pretty Peacock and my Peach Pie. And we're going to stamp those. We'll stamp the cattails, the stem at the bottom, our inside layer. And then I want the cattails with the peach pie. And I'm going to bring this down so I can see it a little bit better. I think I kind of missed it, but it looks okay. And have a lovely day. I'm going to use the pretty peacock to stamp that with, and that's going to go in the upper left-hand corner. Close up our ink pad. Put our card back together inside of our card. And make sure I'm going the right direction. I have been known to put them upside down. Who's ever done that? Me. Okay, so here's our second card. Hello, friend. And have a lovely day. So that's our second card. And let me clean up a little bit here. We'll go on to our third card. Oh, I already had a frog done already. I could have used him. Oh well, we'll save him for another time. Okay, so here's our third card. Let me get my instructions. This is going to be a birthday card. So it says, happy birthday. And enjoy your day on the inside. So our sentiment for the inside of our card is going to come from the thoughtful expressions. And we're going to be using that along with our charming duck bundle. Oh, I did have the dies over here. Okay, I was talking to myself about that when I was searching for the dies earlier. Okay. Let me get our bits and pieces out here. I think I've got all the prep work done on this card ahead of time, so hopefully we're all okay. So our card base is going to be pretty in pink. It's 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and then it's scored at 5 1/2 inches. We're going to burnish that edge. I'm going to set that over here a moment, and I'm going to give you dimensions on everything here. We've got the Designer Series paper, and this is using this one. It's kind of speckled, gray speckles on the one side, and then cattails on the other side, but we're going to be using the gray side. And I've got the rest of my pieces. Oh, I'm on the wrong side here. I've got another pretty in pink, and this one measures 3 1/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches, and it's going to lay at the top portion of here. I've got our Designer Series paper, which I'm using this scene instead of what I use. I use this one on the original, but I changed it out a little bit. They're both cute. It's always hard to decide which paper to use. So this measures 3 inches by 3 inches, and that's going to go on top of that. So we're going to go ahead and glue those down to each other. I really should have had a new bottle. I think I'm going to make it tonight with this one. I'll change it for next time. So I'm going to get those centered on my paper where I want them to be. And it's slipping and sliding here. Pretty good. Okay, that looks good there. That's going to go at this area, but I'm going to have another piece of the gingham side, and that measures 1 inch by 4 inches, and that's going to go across the bottom of our layer here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down first before I put our ducks down. So put some glue on here. And I'm probably going to trim up some. I usually get a little longer than what I need to be, but I'd rather have it too long than not long enough. I can always cut off some. All right. I'm going to trim off that excess. Turn it over and just snip that portion off. And then before I glue that down, I'm going to wrap some ribbon around that. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not really measuring it. Probably, 5.5 inches I'm giving myself. And this is going to go across here. I'm going to grab my tearing tape. And we're going to use that to attach our ribbon. Let's see here. I'm going to run that right down the middle. And what did I do with my mat? I don't want my adhesive to stick to my table, so I'm going to use that, my silicone mat. And because I'm going to run a little bit off the edge, because I can run that around to the back side, hold it in place. And I guess I'm still in camera view. I thought maybe I moved too far away. Come on, lift off of there. Okay, just like that. And place that on the back side, along with that one. That probably should have been a bit longer on this side. Let me see something here. It might work. I'm okay, I think. Hopefully. All right, grab that ribbon. And I'm going to center that. Our designer series paper, the pink checkered. I think I could use a whole pack of just this pink checkered paper. I love it. And then we're going to just tie a knot in our ribbon to make a faux bow. I'm just tying a knot. And then we'll trim that excess off. Oh, and this ribbon was the bordered ribbon, the pretty in pink. It's real easy to work with. It's real durable, and it's not a real stiff ribbon. It's softer, so it's easy to work with. All right, so let's bring our card base back over here, and we're going to attach this to our card front. And a little extra where that ribbon is. And that's the bottom. Our card is opening the right direction. And we're going to center that onto our card front. And I'm going to lift it up so I can see a little better. My eyes are kind of playing tricks with me yet. I got both eyes done now, so I've had cataract surgery in both of them. And doing good. And it's kind of strange not wearing glasses. Hopefully that continues. All right, we're going to take a mini glue dot and we're going to attach our faux bow onto our ribbon. And I'm going it pretty much in the center. Close it on. Jojo, be nice. And we're going to place this up on dimensionals. the center one too, I'm also going to put 4 around the edges and then another one in the center to hold it up. And pop those off with my Take Your Pick tool. Center that at our upper portion of our card, like so. And then I need a little strip stamp our sentiment on. So I'm going to grab this one and our sentiment, which says Happy Birthday. And I'm going to use our Pretty Peacock ink pad to stamp that with. And get my head over here so I can see. Probably should have a bigger strip. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that right. No, I think I'm going to get a bigger strip so I can trim it down. It's kind of close to the edge. I don't like that one. I'll use it for something else maybe. All right, that's much better. And I'll leave that sitting there for a moment. And I'm going to grab my paper snips and I'm going to fussy cut this out. I'm going to snip that off to make it easier to handle. And I'm just going to go around our letters a little bit. No rhyme or reason. So if you're watching this later on Facebook, be sure you like and share the video. And I'd love to hear your comments on what you think of my cards. And if you're watching it later on YouTube, be sure you hit that subscribe button that's down below. And also click on that little bell and you'll be notified when I put new videos up. So I'd appreciate that. It brings me more viewers, which pays for my free classes to do every week. I'm going to put that right about there. And switch them up a little bit so I don't cover that baby too much. Right, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the inside. Did I not have an inside layer for that one either? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, is that 4 inches? Yeah. Well, let's stamp our sentiment first, shall we? And it says, enjoy your day. Is that the one I used on the inside? Yes, enjoy your day. I didn't want to stand up there. And like I said, this one came from Stamp Set, Thoughtful Expressions. It's enjoy your day. And I'm going to stamp that off to our left side. And now we can put some glue on that and put that on the inside of our card. Okay. Alright. Put anything at the bottom? No, I didn't. That's just the sentiments, all I had inside. And we need to pretty this up, so let's get our gems here, which I just had a minute ago. Where did I put those at? Right here. We're going to use the pink ones. And I'm going to use a big one and 2 little ones. Okay, maybe right there, a little one right above that. And then another one can go. I don't know. Maybe up here. Yeah, that looks good. That's the hardest decision, is figuring out where to put our embellishments. All right, let me close that up. My cap on my glue. Go ready here. I think I'm going to shorten up my tails a little bit on that ribbon. Not much, but a little. All right, so here we have our 3 cards that we did tonight. So let me know what you think of them. Did you enjoy them? Have I sold you on this bundle, the Charming Duck Pond and dies? And don't forget the designer series paper also. Okay, so next week we'll be camping, so I'm not sure I'm going to get another video pre-recorded before then. I'm going to try, but if I'm not able to, then I'm going to have to miss a week. So I'll be back for sure July. Well, no, July 3rd is booked up too, so I may have to switch that week up too to either another day that week. So I'll let you know on my page and everything, and if I'm able to do it do a pre-recorded for next week, I'll post that also, that you're able to watch it. So until I come back from camping and everything, we'll see you then. Y'all have a good week. Stay safe and stay healthy, and get some crafting time in there. So bye-bye for now. Thank you for being here. Like I said, be sure you like and share the videos.